Hey everybody, Eric Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs. This week I am showcasing the Bright Baubles bundle from the 2021 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. And I'm going to show you how to make kind of a stained glass look with this die right here. You've got several choices in this bundle. You've got the dies that will cut out the ornaments. You've got different layers, but then you also have the stamped image that will cut out, or that will stamp the image, and then you can cut it out with the die. So lots of different options here in the stamp set. I have a couple more videos on using this bundle. I will have 4 in total by the time I'm done. So if you're looking for more ideas, make sure you check those out over on my YouTube channel. All right, the first thing we're going to do is make our ornament. And we're going to cut out the ornament from Just Jade. We're also going to cut it out in basic white. We're going to put some adhesive on the back of that one. And then we're going to cut out the solid outline one from Misty Moonlight. And then last but not least, we're going to cut out just the top right here for that star out of Bumblebee. Now, I'm only going to put adhesive sheets on the back of the basic white piece because the other pieces are pretty big and solid and they're easy to adhere just with glue. But this one is very delicate and I make a mess with liquid adhesive. So I love the adhesive sheets because they really help me to not be so messy with my adhesive. And it just turns this into a sticker and makes it really easy to cut out. All right, so we'll get these 2 done first. Now you can do any color combination, really. Whoops, we're sliding around. Let's make sure we straighten that out. You can do any color combinations you like. I went with a kind of a blue background, kind of thinking of like a nighttime, you know, a nighttime scene. But you know, can really do whatever you want. All right, so there's our solid piece. And then this one, I'm going to get my, this is my Take Your Pick tool with the brush attachment, and we can just brush all of those little things out of there. All right. And then let's see if we can get it to come out. There we go. We have that beautiful outline. Okay, so now we've got to do that a couple more times. What we're going to do is the Just Jade. We're not putting a sticker on the back of that. I find that you can just use liquid adhesive on this part. It's pretty easy because if you put the adhesive sticker on the back, you'd have to peel that off each little piece of the tree. But I don't want it to just all fall out when I am done cutting it. I want it to stay where it should be so that I can easily transfer it over in a second. So what I'm doing is I buy these fabric sheet dryer sheets from Dollar Tree, and they are really good. They will hold everything in place for us. So I'm just going to cut that out. I put that dryer sheet right underneath, slide that off, and see how that's going to hold that. So in a little while when we're ready to transfer those pieces over, they're all exactly where they need to be. All right, last but not least, I'm going to cut out this little star, and I could use a dryer sheet on that too, but we're just going to go for it because we just need that one tiny little piece. Let's just make sure we don't lose it. Okay, now let's move this out of the way, and we're going to start putting our ornament together. It's almost like surgery, die cut surgery. The first thing you want to do is get the backing off of here. If you have fake nails, it may be a little bit difficult. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right. Peel that off. I had it in 2 sections, so there's going to be 2 separate sections of adhesive. There we go. You can find those adhesive sheets in our adhesive section, both on our website and in our catalog. All right, so stick that down. It's just a big giant sticker now. Very easy. All right, now there's another tool you're going to want to get that's going to help you do this, and it is your Take Your Pick tool, and it's the little putty end, and we're going to kind of get some of that out, make it like a little ball up there, and that's going to help us pick up those pieces and transfer them over. Now, you can use fine tip glue here. You could also use, what I'm using is Tombow liquid glue. So I'm just going to do about half, and you don't want to do a whole lot because then it's going to squish out when you set this piece down on there like that. Okay, so see how this is kind of like stamps or die cut surgery. We're taking one piece from the other and sticking it down into that other ornament. And you know, you could do different colors. I decided to do my tree all just jade, but you could do rainbow to make it really look like a stained glass. You could do, you know, really any color. I'm going to get all these pieces in here. Make sure they stick down. And let me put the rest of our glue right like that. And I'm going to put a little bit right there for the star. Sometimes you have to get these started over here. Kind of peel them back a little bit. The dryer sheet is sticky enough to hold things, but I mean, it's not like a permanent stick at all. It's a really good way to cut out things that are really intricate too. If you have a lot of little pieces that are going to need to come out, kind of like, let's see, well, like the other bauble dies, they would be good for this as well because there's so many pieces. So then when you peel it off, I'll show you in a second, when you peel it off the dryer sheet, most of the little doodads will stick to the dryer sheet. So let's say you wanted to use this, you could just peel this off and most of those little things will stay stuck to the dryer sheet. Isn't that cool? Now, I recommend the dollar store dryer sheets because the scent isn't very strong. If you get regular grocery store dryer sheets, the scent is really strong and almost, it almost kind of hurts your throat for some weird reason. I don't know. It's very strange. Okay, now I'm going to use the snowflakes from Mary Snowflakes. And I'm going to stamp a stitched rectangle all over with Misty Moonlight ink with the snowflake. You could do polka dots. You could do, you know, lines, whatever you want to add a little bit of texture or design to just your basic cardstock. You could use an embossing folder. All right. Ahead of time, I cut out this also. This is like the little ribbon that you can put on your ornaments. So I'm just going to use I wanted to do a real bow, so I'm just going to use the actual string part here. And I'm actually just going to pull off that bow. I want to do a real bow. So I'm going to take that and stick it there and actually wrap it over. And then I'm going to take my ornament and we're going to put it on here, line it up with that little line there. And then I have got just some regular basic white twine from our Twine Essentials pack. And we'll tie a bow and we'll stick that on with a mini glue dot. Let's see if I can get that glue dot to do what I want it to do. There we go. Put that right there. Now I have cut out some of the stitched snowflakes as well, and I'm going to glue them coming from behind. So a little bit of liquid glue, slide those back there, behind, coming out from behind. You could do adhesive sheets on these as well. That would be really helpful. All right, now, of course, we need to add some bling to our ornament. These are our basic rhinestones, a staple of mine. I use them a lot. All right, last but not least, we're going to put this on our card base. I have just a piece of Misty Moonlight Designer Series paper from the, let's see if I can remember, 2019 to 2020 to 2022 in colors. It's hard to remember those years. It's the In Color Designer Series paper, and it will be on the supply list. Don't you worry. If you hop back over to my blog, this was originally a Facebook Friday project, and I always type up a PDF for these. It's free. You can grab it, download it, save it, do whatever you want. And I'm going to put that right there. Now on the inside, we're going to just put a piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp a couple of those snowflakes just to kind of carry over that design. Now lastly, oops, I need to leave that open. Lastly, we're going to do the sentiment, and I didn't want the sentiment to really take away from the beautiful ornament that we've just made. So I'm just going to cut them out like rectangles. You can use your trimmer. I think I'm just going to use my scissors. All right, and just, I always say cut to the size of the word. All right, so it's just a little bit of a rectangle. I'll cut that one off, and then this one. I really, sometimes the words, I want there to be words on my card, but I don't want some big giant tag or label, because then it distracts from some of the other artwork that you have on your card. So this is kind of a nice way to make it small. So sending is with a mini dimensional. I think we're going to need a mini one for joy as well. And joy. This stamp set's got lots of combinations of words that you could use. Make sure you check them all out. Sending joy. And there you have it. Let's trim those. I hope you guys will give this bundle a look in the catalog. It's gorgeous. It's really fun, and there are lots of possibilities. Dies or stamping, and I think you'll get a lot of use out of it. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Make sure you hop back to my blog to grab that PDF and check out the other projects. Bye-bye.